Hi, this is Sarah Gabriel with Keller Williams Real Estate. Yesterday I posted a video about some tips for buyers in today's market, and as promised today I'm coming back with some tips for sellers. So if you have been paying attention to real estate news at all, you know it's a seller's market. That's not new information. What I'm going to talk about is the number one question I get asked by homeowners who are thinking about selling their home, but they have a hesitation, and the question is, where do I go after I sell my home, right? Because if you are someone who's in a position to sell your home, you know that houses are selling in most often a weekend. And then the question is, oh my gosh, then I have 30, 45 days until settlement to find my next home. So that's kind of what I want to talk about today. The first thing I'm going to say is, if you are somebody who has a home to sell, you are probably the most powerful person in the game in terms of real estate right now at this moment. Whether you are someone who is selling the family home, you're downsizing into a condo or a rancher, something like that, you are going to have so much more power as a buyer selling your home first. Similarly, if you are someone who has a starter home, or you need to move up because your kids are growing, you're running out of space, maybe you have an older parent that's moving in with you, you need more room, you also have the most power in this market by selling your home first, and I'll tell you why. So there's a few things you should know when you're going to list your home. One is pricing is super, super, super important. You cannot just pick any number that you want or what your neighbor's house sold for. There's a lot of data and research that goes into how we price a home. Our team studies not only just the comparable sales in the market, but we look at the details of your home, what improvements have been made, what are the major mechanicals and things that are important to a buyer, like what state are they in, when are they going to need to be updated. We look at a lot of different things. There's also other things that come into play, like school district and things like that, to come up with a number that is going to be appropriate for your home, but also enticing to buyers, that's going to get you the most offers on the house from strong buyers with good financial ground that are going to get to the closing table. That's our goal. We don't just have a random number that we pick. We really look at deep into the details to make sure that the price that we price your home at is going to get your house sold right quickly and to a really strong buyer. Now, when your house sells, you have options, right? Say you are that downsizer, you're selling your home and you're moving into something smaller. You can come into the buyer's market as the strongest offer in the room because you have cash. You have the proceeds from the sale of your home, and you can put that down on your next home and be mortgage free right out of the gate. Coming in as a cash offer is the most powerful offer that you can make in today's market because it gets rid of the mortgage contingency. It also, in most cases, gets rid of the appraisal contingency. Now, say you're somebody who is selling their home and you need to buy a larger, more expensive home. So you're not buying the next home outright in cash. You still are the most powerful person in the room. And it's because you have that proceeds from your home, the equity from your previous home, right? And you can use that to either, instead of putting 10%, 20% down, why not 50%? Right? That makes a big difference. Or if you don't want to do it that way, you can save some of that money to cover an appraisal gap. Because as we all know, houses are going much higher than they ever have before. A lot of times 10, 15, 20% over list price. The thing is, they don't always appraise for the price that's offered. And so a lot of buyers that are winning offers are putting an appraisal gap contingency. So they're not a contingency, they're waiving the appraisal contingency. So they're allowing, if a home comes in $20,000 under what they offered to pay for it, they've got that money available to cover the gap so that the seller still gets the amount that they agreed upon. So if you are somebody who sells your home and then you're buying something larger, you have that cash available to cover the appraisal gap. That is like a gold star to the seller of the home that you're trying to purchase. The other question that people have is like timing. How are you going to have enough time to find your next home after your house sells? So a leaseback is really, really common in today's market. And as a seller, you can ask for that right out of the gate before your house even hits the market. You can have it in your listing that you need 60 days to stay in the home after the home has sold while you find your next place. So say today is April 21st. I put my house on the market. Somebody wants to buy it. I accept their offer. We're closing May 21st. I can ask for 60 days lease back, and I'll stay in my home until the end of July. And that allows me to not only get stay in my house and not be as under the gun to find the next place, but it also allows me to get the proceeds of my home, and then I'm entering the market as a super strong buyer, and I have all of that equity and cash available to put on the next offer. So that's some of the ways that you can really maximize being a seller first in today's market, and still be a really strong buyer, because it is intimidating to go out into the buyer's market, even if you are experienced with this. It's just unprecedented. There's a lot of other ways that we can be creative in putting in offers that are going to get accepted, and I would love to talk to you about them. So if you are someone who is thinking, you know what, my house is no longer working for me, but I'm not sure what next step to take, I would love to talk to you. Feel free to shoot me a message, shoot me a text, and let's discuss it, because things are changing on a daily basis. As you might know, interest rates are going up and up and up and up. So the only other thing is that a lot of times buyers right now that were pre-qualified for a certain amount a few months ago, they're starting to get priced out because of the interest rates. So we want to make sure that we get your house on the market while there's still a huge demand and a huge number of buyers that are qualified to purchase it, and get your home sold in a weekend. So thanks again. My name is Gabriel with Keller Williams Real Estate, and I hope to talk to you soon.